managing a local club in Australia to defeating one of the biggest clubs in the Premier League. This man has transformed Tottenham from a lackluster side under Conte into one of the best attacking club in the league. With no traditional full-backs in the structure, his innovative tactic is making headlines global, which made Pep Guardiola to praise him as well.
Another exceptional manager is coming.
And by using diamonds and triangular patterns, he has turned Spurs into a vertical tiki-taka team, which is capable of breaking through any opposition's defense. So how Ange Postecoglou is fixing Tottenham with his new innovative tactics, and why he is the most underrated manager in the league, let's find out in this video. Postecoglou deploys his team in a 4-3-3 formation, but during possession it turns into a 2-3-5 structure. Where Pep and Arteta uses one inverted fullback, the Australian stands out by employing two inverted fullbacks, which is quite unique. So during the build-up phase, they set up in a 2-1-2 structure where the fullbacks move centrally, and the CDM drops deeper to form a link between the center backs and fullbacks. This setup facilitates smooth ball circulation against opposition's high press, as it creates a 5v4 situation against the opposition frontline. So whenever they press up high, there is always a player free to receive the ball, initiating a chain reaction of quick passes and releasing the opposition's pressure. As the play progresses to the second phase, one of the center mid retreats deeper towards the flanks, while the striker, winger, and the other number 8 drifts wide. So this creates a double diamond on one side of the pitch. This naturally creates numerous vertical and diagonal passing lanes into the final third, enabling fluid transition from defense to attack and encouraging Postecoglou's vertical tiki-taka style of play. In addition to overwhelming the wide area, it also gives a significant overload centrally. With the full backs moving centrally, the team manages to create a midfield powerhouse with 5 against 3, which can leave out multiple players being unmarked, giving more passing options and helping to move the ball efficiently. And when the opposition adds more players centrally, Spurs can quickly switch to their double diamond to exploit the wide areas. This traps the opposition from all sides. In the final third, they maintain the 2-3-5 setup but add some flexibility and positional rotation onto it. For example, if the opposition defense is too rigid, both the wingers might move inward slightly, paving the way for the full backs to push forward and overlap. Alternatively, the wingers can also stretch their positioning by staying as wide as possible. This can leave out gaps in the half spaces to run, which is often executed by the inverted full backs or the number 8s. So they mostly create 7-men attacking force from all corners, and these players have the freedom to move into spaces and rotate their positions, which makes the defensive line confused, resulting in scoring opportunities. Under Postecoglou's guidance, the team consistently prioritizes winning the ball in advanced positions on the pitch. When they press, they transform from a 2-3-5 into a 4-1-3-2 setup, where the striker and one of the number 8 press the opposition center backs. The wingers are tasked with marking the full backs, while the other number 8 keeps a close eye on the opposition's pivot, creating a 5-men high press strategy. One downside of his tactics is when both the full backs are inverting, it leaves out wide space open for the opposition to throw a long ball and quickly start a counterattack. To solve this, Spurs CDM often retreats to form a back 3 with the center backs. This strategy, while effective, is not without its risks. So the structure requires quick adaptations to maintain defensive solidity. Now let's take a look at player roles of this system. Firstly, the striker will act as a false 9. Rather than at being central, he interchanges positions with the wingers or center mids by constantly seeking out opportunities to create or run into spaces in the opposition's defense. While both the winger stays wide but can invert as well. Due to the absence of wide full backs, the wingers are positioned as wide as possible. However, there are moments when the wingers can adopt a narrower position, which then enables the fullbacks to overlap them. So by having wingers who can both stretch the play and cut inside, makes it more challenging for defenders to predict their movements and defend effectively. In midfield, both Maddison and Sarr excellently utilizes this roaming playmaker role, as they constantly move out of positions to find spaces, whether by making runs into half spaces or drifting wide across the pitch to create diamond structure. They also have the freedom to drop deeper when necessary, acting as an additional passing option for building the play from the back. while Bissouma characterized as a blend of a deep-lying playmaker and a defensive destroyer. His excellent ball control and passing abilities enable him to dictate the tempo of the game, acting as a linchpin that connects the defensive and offensive units of the team. At defense, Udhogi and Poro are the inverted fullbacks. The presence of inverted fullbacks provides more freedom for the two number 8s to occupy half-space positions and contribute more to the attack. Also, their positioning creates a double pivot in the central areas. This compact presence makes it challenging for the opposition to execute central penetrative passes, while both the center-backs are expected to be proficient in ball playing. With Spurs' invite the press strategy, it is necessary to have defenders who can react well against opposition high press. Their ability to read the game and make precise passes allows the team to bypass the opposition's first line of press effectively. Finally, the goalkeeper takes on the sweeper role. He holds a pivotal role in setting up invite press strategy, as he is tasked with attracting the attention of the opposing press by holding the ball, thereby opening up spaces for others to be free. The team mentality will be attacking. This mirrors Ange's aggressive approach, encouraging the team to dominate the game right from the outset. To capture the essence of Spurs' swift movements against the press, we are setting the tempo to fast, while the defensive line is set as high. This line with Ange's counter-press system, where the team is encouraged to recover the ball quickly and start a counterattack. In the final third, we select the look for overlap option. This tactic encourages our fullbacks and number 8s to make intelligent runs into open spaces. The passing style and goalkeeper distribution is set to short. This aligns with Ange's vertical tiki-taka style. So let's test Ange's tactic against Man United and see how it performs practically. As you can see, Spurs narrowed down the opposition centrally by their inverted fullbacks. The strategy created ample room on the flanks for the winger to navigate through. This compelled the opposition to stretch wide as well, which opened up gaps in the half space for the inverted fullback to run into, and scored this amazing goal. Because of our high line and our inverted fullbacks being in front of the opposing winger, allowed us to quickly win the ball back higher up the pitch. This strategy left the opponent's defense exposed, giving us an excellent opportunity to attempt a long-distance goal. United were defending with 5 men and a pivot, so to tackle that, both the full-backs advance forward to form a 6v6 scenario. And to break their structure, the full-back drifts wide near the winger and past him. This maneuver drew full-back's marker towards the winger, creating a gap in the defense line. Seizing this opportunity, the full-back quickly ran into the newfound space and nailed a rapid goal. With Ange Postecoglou introducing the double diamond pattern, a similar structure has been adopted by Real Madrid in their midfield, and this pattern has not only transformed Bellingham into a prolific goal scorer, but has also elevated them to be one of the most entertaining teams in Europe. So what is this diamond tactic which is raising people's eyebrows, and why it is so unique than other diamond patterns? Let's find out by clicking this video.